In 2021, Yamaha quietly buried one of the most honest motorcycles it ever built, the SR400. No fuel injection gimmicks, no ride modes, just a kickstart and a single cylinder that barely changed in over 40 years. Emissions law finally caught up with it, and Yamaha let it go. 5 years later, Honda rolls into India with the CB500, a brand new, air-cooled, single-cylinder retro roadster. Same spirit, same layout, same nostalgia Yamaha just walked away from. So the real question isn't whether Honda is being reckless. It's what Honda knows that Yamaha didn't want to bet on. Let's separate the story from the marketing. The SR400 died in Japan because two regulations landed at once: tighter exhaust emission standards and a new mandatory ABS rule for motorcycles. Its chassis was decades old. There was no room to bolt on ABS without a redesign Yamaha wasn't willing to fund for a low-volume nostalgia bike. Production briefly continued in Thailand, then stopped there too. Honda's CB500 is not a revived old platform. It's a new 501 cubic centimeters air-cooled single, engineered from scratch with fuel injection, dual-channel ABS, and Honda's traction control system built in from day one. It's designed in India, for India, to sit above the CB350, Honda's already successful retro line that took on Royal Enfield. This isn't Honda defying the same laws of physics that killed the SR400. It's Honda building a new bike, engineered to pass those laws from the start. And here's the detail that really reframes this whole story. Yamaha never sold the SR400 in India. Not once. It lived and died almost entirely in Japan, with small runs in Europe and Australia. So Honda isn't reviving a bike Indian riders already loved and lost. It's entering a retro roadster market India has spent a decade building, largely without Yamaha in the room. But if the SR400 never touched India, where does its real ghost still live? Japan, Europe, the US, Australia. And this is where Honda's next move gets genuinely interesting. Honda has already filed trademarks for the name GB500 across Europe. That naming isn't random. When Honda's India-made CB350 goes to Europe, it isn't sold as a CB, it's rebadged as the GB350. So connect the dots. The Indian-market CB500 fights Royal Enfield on Royal Enfield's home turf. But a rebadged GB500 would land in exactly the markets Yamaha SR400 used to own: Japan, Europe, the UK, the US, Australia. The same countries left with a nostalgia-shaped hole since 2021. Honda wouldn't be competing with the SR400 in India, because there's no SR400 legacy to compete with there. It would be competing with the SR400's memory in the countries that actually mourned it. This was never really a story about retro bikes. It's a story about who's willing to re-engineer a dying formula for markets that can still justify the cost, and who isn't. Yamaha made a rational, almost sentimental exit from a bike it couldn't modernize profitably. Honda is making a rational, calculated entry, first in India, and very possibly next in the exact countries that used to buy the SR400.